Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for Clone Wars Season 4, Episode 21. We are getting close to the end of Season 4, I believe, which is exciting stuff. We had a really cool little couple episode stuff of, cool but also sad with the Night Sisters. Even if they were kind of evil, it's never fun seeing people be wiped out. Um, and for, Ventress, who was kind of escaping the Sith world, escaping Dooku, and kind of just about to become a Night Sister and live her life with her family there and everything, to see it then be ripped away from her. But she was still able to smile at the end of last episode, where she got a bunch of money and was like, I'm free now, So I'm really curious to see if we see any more of her, or if that's it, but that was a really cool send-off if that's the last we see of Ventress. So, yeah, let's jump into this episode and see what's next for the show. We're going to start here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Oh! Ah! It's red! A fallen enemy may rise again, but the reconciled one is truly vanquished. Hmm. Oh no, is this why it's red? Hmm. Is that why it's red? Oh shit. Hmm. Oh shit. Dude, the voice is so cool when he said that. Something is rising. He is just a menace. What happened? Or run away. The dust is a clue. Hmm. So is this before? Uh, she's sensing Savage. Damn, we actually already saw a little bit of Ventress again. That's just her living her life then, I'm assuming? She was with the bounty hunter lady. Or was that while she was with those bounty hunters, and that's like, I don't know. She, we saw Mother Talzin, who is supposed to be dead, and then we saw Ventress, who is supposed to not be with the bounty hunters, I thought, but anyway. Lotho Minor. That guy took no convincing at all. Oh! So they're not even here on official business, they're just... Not quite. I'm glad she's alive. Ah, they're so close! Damn. It's interesting that they just happen to show up here. This dude just walks on this guy's ship and is like, walks at him menacingly a little bit, and he's just like, "Where was this from?" He tells him, and he's like, "Take me there." And he's like, "All right." It's very easy to convince. I love it. Ah, everyone's feeling it, or a lot of people are anyway. That's what Dooku said. Something sinister is rising. Hmm. I could be dead, I guess. Love how he saw just some dust on a box and was like, "This is a clue." Maybe it's because of the necklace. It is like glowing a bit, so that must have been what it was. When he got close to the dust, it was. Oh, does that mean we're there, or does that mean we went too far? Oh no! Is that at least like an escape pod, maybe? No! He just got ejected out of his own ship. Let's give him a chance to live, man. So rude. He probably landed on some rebar. Anyone that falls out of things always lands on a rebar. That's really cool. I like how it like walked while it was stopping. I wonder. Uh-oh. Damn. I guess on this kind of a planet. What? It can talk. Morley. This guy seems like a doofus. I love his voice. Extortion! He just wants money! I can manage on my own. Focuses on his necklace. Hmm. Handy doodah. Fire breathers. Whoa. Is that the fire breathers? What the heck are these things? Are they like just there to clean up the trash or something? Or are they like there's robots that eat the junk that ships just come and so ships just come here and just drop their shit all over this planet? Whoa. Reminds me of like Hunter x Hunter with Meteor City being like a big like junkyard that people just live in. The sounds they make are kind of creepy. Well, damn. This could be a really sick location in one of like the Jedi Survivor games or something. Oh, made a miss. Bumping him. Frickin' Marley, I love him. Hmm. Uh. uh. I mean, I guess. I. Hmm. Yeah, because that was with Qui-Gon and Obi when Obi-Wan was young, right? So it depends on what Morley's definition of a long time is. Oh, his necklace is doing its thing again. Something I was just thinking about. I wonder if that Mother Talzin saying yes, you're close was like a lingering Mother Talzin power. Man, freaking Savage is what? Oh my god. Well, is is Marley's or Morley's master gonna be him? Oh, what is that? Is it like a mechanical spider? Savage's emotional maturity is all over the place. Like, he's just instantly just gets so upset. And then just levels out. A freaking spider. Can you not hear that? Seems like it would be so loud. Or maybe he does and he's just ignoring it. Not what I'm looking for. See ya. Were those bones? Oh no, maybe they're just like metal grating. No, maybe they are bones. Oh. Does it... It's horned. Could this... Could this be the horned... Like the source of the legend? It's like the mechanical lower half, but it looks like a... The upper half is like a person. What? What? What happened? Is it really him? So either it's not Darth Maul or he's changed a lot. Damn. Ooh. What is going? This is crazy. You lied before, Morley. How do we trust you? Damn! Is Morley dead? Oh no, Morley! What? Jeez. Voice acting's really good. What? Okay. What happened to him? Well, shit. I am intrigued. If Anakin, yeah, I was gonna say if Anakin felt it, then at the very least Yoda must have. Hmm. Damn, so it is him? Jeez. Wow, what a good episode! Holy crap. That is it, guys, for episode 21. Okay, so finally we're getting back to the storyline of Savage going after Maul. That was really cool having the Clone Wars little beginning bit be in red too for that. And yeah, I never expected he would be in this kind of a state. I thought he was gonna be. I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me, sorry about that, guys. I thought he was just gonna be some badass surviving, like, you know, especially when we heard Morley start talking about this legend. I thought he was just gonna be a badass living under this planet, you know, or underground on this, like, crazy dump planet and just, you know, hiding out and just living, but no, something. So a Jedi, like, took his legs. I can't remember exactly how the fight went in the movie. Um, Obviously I remember him falling, right? And I think I even remember saying, like, oh, we didn't see him die, so you never know. But I don't remember if, like, during that fight, because I know he wasn't, like, at least as far as I know, he wasn't completely severed. Like, his torso wasn't severed from his legs or something, as far as I remember. Granted, Star Wars isn't. I mean, obviously it did it with Anakin turning into Darth Vader, but it doesn't always show, like, when they cut with the lightsaber. Sometimes the level of damage that actually happens, they don't always show it. So, um, but yeah, or was it an incident that happened after while he was on the run? But if he encountered another Jedi that saw him and cut his legs off or something like that, you know. But maybe like the fall caused him to become paralyzed from the legs down. Maybe he still has legs down there. Maybe they weren't, like, severed. They're just not useful anymore because he's paralyzed. So yeah, he has this, like, weird, like, mechanical spider lower half, and he's, like, a lot. I mean, at least how he looked in the movie, he's a lot thinner right now and stuff like that. Like, it's he does not look in a good way. He seems pretty crazy, so I wonder if they're going to be going together, like Savage and Darth Maul together going after Obi-Wan. So I guess we'll have to wait and find out. But I really liked Morley. He was a fun character. Um it's funny because I've watched a lot of this group on YouTube called Scary Game Squad, and they played a game. It's on Jesse Cox's channel. They played a game called Buddy Simulator, and they would do, like, voices for all the different characters, and I almost feel like one of them sounded kind of like what Morley sounded like, and then I'm pretty sure there was a character in that game called Morley. So I just thought that that was really funny. That I don't think it was one and the same, right? I don't think they gave Morley that voice, right? I think Morley had a different voice, but, like, they had, like, a similar voice they came up with in the game for, like, a different character, and then there was also a character called Morley. So I don't know. I was just getting, like, every time I saw him, I was just thinking back to watching that playthrough of that game. But but yeah, the Loth what is it? Lotho Minor is a very cool planet. Like, I mean, cool and trash. It seems like people just go there and dump their shit. But then there's these, like, mechanical, like, from the front, their face almost looked like a dinosaur kind of thing. But they just like scoop up the metal and eat it. They're called like fire breathers, or at least Morley called them fire breathers. So it's like, what do they? Do they like take the metal and like the scrap metal and everything and melt it down with the fire in their mouth or something? I don't know. Like, are they there purposefully by like scavengers or some kind of like planet using it for industrialization, or are they like a mechanical creature in some way? I'm fascinated by those, but the little junker people too were cool, whatever race that is. But just some race just living amongst the junk. It's always a fun little story when you have like a junkyard and people just somehow surviving in it, you know. So, but but yeah, it was really cool having Dooku and just everyone sensing it, like Savage and everything. They're saying like something sinister is rising. So I don't know if they were sensing like Savage getting close to Maul and that was like the disturbance in the Force, or if Savage's power is just like slowly rising or something and that's causing the disturbance, or what really, like, what was the actual source of the disturbance? Was it more so Savage or more so like them knowing that Maul is like, coming back or something? I don't know. But it was really cool. And just I doubt it, but is there a chance we team up with Dooku to take down these two? Because Dooku, granted, at one point Dooku was saying he wanted back with like the slavers, right? The slavers were like, we want to enslave the Jedi, and Dooku was like, no, I want to wipe them out so they're not a problem anymore. Like, he said this is a problem for even the Jedi, and if that's the case, maybe he'll just leave it. Maybe they'll take out a few Jedi for him and then he can deal with it later. Or I guess maybe if it's threatening enough, he could be, maybe team up, like work together, take them down, and then go back to hating each other later. I don't know. I think that could be a really cool thing. But I really feel bad for the guy's ship and the girl in the diner. Just this wake of just, like, shit that Savage is leaving behind. But this poor guy was nice enough to just, like, he didn't even really put up a fight. He just, I mean, it's the whole thing with the Sith and all that, too. Like, you help out the Sith and they're just gonna kill you even if you were helpful, It's like, whereas, I mean, it's just really too bad for that one guy. He flew him all the way there. You could have just landed. I mean, I guess maybe he wanted the ship to be able to get back, so it would have been easier instead of trusting the guy to wait. Instead he just ejects him. At least like put him down on the ground and then fly somewhere else. Give him the chance to survive. But yeah, poor dude. And he's like, oh, it could be worse. Yep, that was worse. That is, like, he's like, I don't imagine how. And it's like, well, you're alive still. You could be dead, and then the worst probably did happen. So anyway, yeah, crazy seeing Maul like that. At one point, I was like, maybe I was wrong this whole time. Maybe it's not Maul. Maybe I was jebaited by the show back at that crystal ball, and it was just another part of that race that had red skin. I can't imagine he's the only one that has red skin, Um so but nope, they confirmed it by the end of the episode that it is Maul. So fascinating. I'm really excited to see more of this. I'm actually almost sad because if there is only 22 episodes in the season, like the previous seasons were, that means there might only be one more episode, which means we might wrap this up next episode. I want this to go on longer, but I guess we'll have to see. Maybe it does go on longer and I'm mistaken. I don't want to go look at how many episodes are left in the season, because if I do, I'm worried that it's gonna be I'm gonna see episode titles and thumbnails. I try to avoid it completely. What I do is I always keep this tab open of Disney Plus, so that way whenever I go to watch this each week, and I have my tabs reopen when I shut down my computer and turn it back on and stuff like that, so that way when I come back to this, I'm pretty much always on the current episode. I never have to go back to the main screen where I see all the thumbnails and all the episode numbers and everything. And then I can just usually, it just brings up the episode from last week. I hit the next episode button. Sometimes I see the title up on the top left, but most of the time I try to just avoid looking at that part of the screen. Actually, what was this episode title? Oh, Brothers. Okay. But yeah, I just hit next episode, bring it back to the beginning, pause it, and then start my recording and everything, So, but yeah, so it's, I try my best to avoid all the spoiler thumbnails and titles and everything that Disney Plus just throws in your face. So, yeah, that's why I don't want to go back and look at how many episodes are left in the season. But yeah, anyway, I'm really excited to see more, guys. This was awesome. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hit that subscribe button if you did. 2 episodes ahead through the early access tier as usual. Link in the description below my Patreon to get that. There's also Patreon shows on there where I've seen things are on there that aren't released to YouTube yet, like Freerun, Solo Leveling, Shogun, The Expanse, and Dandadan. So check all that out if you're interested. As I said, links in the description below should be popping up on the screen, and I'll see you in my future reactions. Bye-bye.